Hello everyone, and this is Michael, and good evening here from Finland. I'll be working on this meditation with you, and then too you will come along with the sacred Pentagram meditation, the last day of the 5 days for the Pisces sacred Pentagram meditation. And that will start at, we're here at 6 p.m. right now, GMT, and that will start at 7 p.m. I'm going to make this first meditation rather brief and dynamic. It's the most important thing that's happening on our planet, the externalization of the hierarchy and the reappearance of the Christ. And somewhere, DK said, humanity will discover that by itself it cannot solve its problems, and then hierarchy will be invoked and they will come forth. And we don't know what circumstances will arise, but we have to take his word for it that humanity will awaken to the fact that it is in a dire condition. So do every year, if you can, try to reread the Reappearance of the Christ. It's a wonderful little book and extremely inspiring, and orients us towards the great necessity of preparing his way. We absorb the light and we think of our triangles bringing the soul into the situation, so that it underlies the pattern of squares, which is etherically that which presently conditions our non-sacred planet. But always more and more of the triangular relationships are being formed, which will allow the soul to penetrate and support the personality. So just think of your little network of triangles, and link it to the larger network of triangles, the global network. And that all of this ends in Shambhala with the 3 Buddhas of activity, and in a way with the Lord of the world at the very center of it all. Now, there are some questions which we have to ask ourselves as we align with the soul and answer in the light of the soul. As a member of the new group of world servers, what is your specific fixed intention at this moment of dedicated contact with your soul? Then, is my concentrated and expressed personality purpose in line with hierarchical intention as far as I am permitted to know it? And then, have I, in my own personal daily life, earned the right, because of definite effort and not so much because of success, to stand with those servers who are now undertaking the work of preparation? So, having answered these questions, and think about them anew every time. I know we repeat the same meditation, but DK gave it to us for repetition and to penetrate ever more deeply into it. So do, in the light of the soul, answer these questions. And then we say together this very powerful mantra, which orients ourselves rightly toward the divine plan and its most important objective at this time. Forgetting the things which lie behind, I will strive towards my higher spiritual possibilities. I dedicate myself anew to the service of the coming One, and will do all I can to prepare men's minds and hearts for that event. I have no other life intention. Now visualize the world situation as best you can, and in terms of your major world interests, and with what knowledge of world affairs you may possess. See the mass of men everywhere glowing with a dim light. And here and there, points of brighter light where members of the new group of world servers and men and women of spiritual intention and of loving hearts are working for their fellow human beings. Then visualize through the creative imagination the vivid light of hierarchy streaming towards humanity and slowly merging with the light which is already in the human race. And as that light flows forth, as if from the very center of the earth, we say the first stanza of the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, let light descend on earth. And then we ponder on the reappearance of the Christ, realizing that no matter by what name he may be called in the many world religions, he is still the same great identity. We reflect and speculate upon the possible results of his reappearance. And he will certainly come when a measure of peace has been restored, when the principle of sharing is at least in process of controlling economic affairs, and when the churches and political groups have begun to clean house, and this last we can already see happening. Then he can and will come. And then the kingdom of God will be publicly recognized and will no longer be a thing of dreams and of wishful thinking and orthodox hope. And now we say the second stanza. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. Endeavor to concentrate your fixed intention to serve and to spread love in your surroundings. And realize that insofar as you can do these things, you are attempting to blend your personal will with the divine will. love and intelligence together, the power of Venus, our prototype, and the symbol of our soul nature. And then we say the third stanza of the great invocation. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. Now for the coming week, let us lay our practical plans to further the preparations for the externalization of the hierarchy and the reappearance of the Christ. Remember, you are part of a group of working forerunners who are called, especially at this time, to act and to do their part in helping to manifest the divine plan. Let us respond to the vibration of the Christ. Let us commit ourselves in His name. Wherever two or more are gathered, He is present, He pervades. And so we say, we have gathered in your name. Lord Maitreya, be with us. And His presence overcomes time and space, and there is no separation from His presence. Now we will sound the Om 3 times, dedicating the threefold personality to the work of preparation. Thank you for your participation. In just a half hour or so, a little more, we'll be working on the sacred pentagram approach, the last of those approaches for this series and the Pisces full moon, which just recently occurred. Tomorrow morning, I'll be offering the webinar on the science of triangles, which I did not offer Wednesday as I was to do. So that'll be at 6 a.m. GMT, and then 6 p.m. GMT tomorrow, a webinar on the dissipation of glamour. And then we'll go back to our Wednesday schedule for all things related to triangles. So, thank you, friends. And you can use the same link here for this upcoming program, broadcast. And in many and diverse ways, we all try to bring about the objectives of the divine plan. We don't know it in detail, but we do know that light, love, and power, or spiritual will, are the very essence of it, and the manifestation of the divine presence, the Christ and his hierarchy, will be brought to us as we prepare. We don't know the time, we don't know the hour, but our preparation is for their presence, and the Christ, instead of being with us for 3 years, externally, as was in the past, will be with us for the entire Aquarian age. Amazing thought. And the Buddha will support him, as will the Spirit of Peace and the Avatar of Synthesis. So people like ourselves are just beginning to participate in this redemptive work, and a number of incarnations, I'm sure, lie ahead for us as we cooperate with the spiritual hierarchy of the planet to bring about the first initiation of humanity and the elevation of humanity all together. So in just a half hour, little 35 minutes, we will begin with the sacred pentagram in Pisces, final meditation. Okay, many blessings, and Tuya will be here with us at that time.